The definition I like to use for a scale is it's just a group of notes that create a certain sound. So for example, you might be familiar with the minor scale, which has got a kind of sad sound to it. Whereas the major scale has got a very kind of happy, jolly sound to it. So two very different sounding scales. The scale that I'd recommend we start on is the minor pentatonic scales in the key of E. What that means is it's just a 5-note scale, as you probably get from the name Pent. They're simpler than the major and minors, which I just showed you. But most importantly, they're used in just a huge amount of rock, pop, and blues music. The reasons you might want to know these scales, or indeed any scale, are firstly, it'll help you to work out other people's songs, which you can go on to do by ear, because it cuts down the amount of notes that they might be using. Because once you're familiar with the scale, you'll hear songs and be like, oh, I think it's on that scale. It's a bit of a guess to start with, and then you can say, okay, well, it's likely to be these notes. If you want to learn to improvise, again, it gives you a clue as to which notes to use, and it'll also help train your hands to be in the right positions for those songs. The best way to learn scales, in my opinion, is from scale boxes, and you can see I put one up on the screen now. And all it is, it's a picture of your fretboard, and you're going to play the dots. And it's not like a chord box where you play them all at once, you're going to play them separately. So if we look at the one that's on the screen now, you can see that we'll start off on the thickest line. There's an open note above the fretboard, which means we're going to play open on the 6th string. Next is a dot on fret 3 of the 6th string, so we're going to play that. Then there's a dot on the 5th line, so it's the 5th string. Then fret 2, open on the next line, fret 2 on the next one, open on the next one, fret 2, open on the next one, fret 3, open on the next one, and fret 3. And then we go back down the same scale. Now, it's good practice for you to play through that to start with, so do play through it and make sure you're playing in the first position, which you should have recognised that I was playing there. With the right hand, just make sure you're just always hitting down strokes for now to keep it simple. And the main thing is that you just memorise this shape and practice going up and down, and we're going to go on to learn some new riffs that use it, and you may also recognise that you've already used this scale for the most part in Boom Boom. You also used it with Play That Funky Music as well, and we're going to find more and more examples like that as we go on.